Hi guys, my name is Dr. Chris, one of the doctors from the Skin Doctor in Ivanhoe and Diamond Creek. Lovely to see you today. I want to talk today about the importance of sunscreen coming up into summer in 2019. In the past week, I've personally diagnosed 8 melanomas on people. This is a crisis of our community. A lot of it is out of our control in terms of loss of ozone layer, increasing heat, these sort of things, but a lot is in our control. And I really want to emphasize our sun protection, being sun smart this summer. Now, the most important thing with being sun smart is the best type of sunscreen is shade. So the best type of sunscreen is being under a roof, or failing that, like a large tree, umbrella, anything. So shade is by far the best type of sunscreen, and sunscreen can't protect us completely. That's a complete fallacy. But even then, there are often times, of course, in which, of course, we can't just live in caves and live underground and those sort of things. So the most important next thing is wearing hats all the time when we're outside. I've got the biggest, goofiest Akubra, and I wear it with pride, because being smart about the sun is one of the best things you can do sort of with your health in Melbourne. Now, putting those aside, we'll talk about sunscreen use, because everyone gets sunscreen use wrong. The most important thing is getting a cheap SPF 50 and using a bucket load of it and using it every 2 hours. That's by far the most important thing with sunscreen protection. Now, there's a couple of rules. The easiest thing is just doing this every single day of the year, applying sunscreen to sun-exposed areas every 2 hours, even in the middle of winter. That's the easiest thing. The harder thing is checking the UV index, and you can do that through our website at the theskindoctor.melbourne, or any sort of SunSmart app as well. And then only applying sunscreen if the UV index is greater than 2 on that particular day. But it is greater than 2 almost every single day of the year. So even in the middle of winter this year, there was maybe 1 week in which it was 2 or less. And even when it was raining and cloudy, quite often it's between a UV index of 3 to 5. Now, so we're using sunscreen all the time, every 2 hours. And the other thing is how much we put on. No one puts enough on because you look completely dorky and silly when you put the right amount of sunscreen on. What we need to be doing is we use a so-called teaspoon rule, and that's when we use 1 teaspoon of SPF 50 for the whole face and neck, 1 teaspoon for the front of the chest, 1 teaspoon for the back of the chest, 1 teaspoon for each arm, so 2 teaspoons in total, and then 2 teaspoons for each leg. So that's around 9 teaspoons of sunscreen that we're applying to our whole body every 2 hours. You know, if we're like at the beach and we've got our togs on, that sort of thing. Or more realistically, on a day-to-day point of view, 3 teaspoons every 2 hours. One for the head and neck, and of course a bit more if you're a bit light on the top like I am, and 1 teaspoon for each arm. It's so important, guys. Let's be smart this summer. Let's just try to reduce this horrible effect and burden that skin cancer is having on us as a community. So keep safe out there, have a good, enjoyable summer that's sun smart, and we're always here if you need us. So thanks for listening, guys. Bye.